Welcome to Storytime. Today I've got this new book called We Are the Gardeners by Joanna Gaines and her kids. It's a really cool book and I've been wanting to share it with you. Right here it says, our journey as gardeners started with a small potted plant, but things did not go as planned. Turns out trying something new isn't always easy, but sometimes it is the hardest work that leads to greatest reward. So Joanna Gaines has 5 kids. Can you believe it? 4 kids and this baby. So let's see how do they manage to grow a big garden. We Are Gardeners by Joanna Gaines and illustrated by Juliana Swain. See, this is Joanna Gaines with all of her kids. That's a very nice picture of them. We Are the Gardeners. That's a pretty official title, but we didn't start out this way. Just like our garden, we started small and grew from there. Some say that a garden just grows from seeds, but we think it grows from trying and failing and trying again. A garden is hard work, but so is most of the good, most important stuff in life. Our family garden story began with Mao, one small potted fern. Can you believe that? This is a fern right here. Dad stumbled upon it at the hardware store when he ran in for some supplies. He said it was just too cute to leave behind, and he thought it would make Mom smile, and it sure did. So that's Dad and the fern, and he took it home. See, this all began with this little fern that he found on the hardware store. We chose a sunny window sill for that pretty little fern. It seemed like a good safe spot for him to grow. This was back when we were little kids, but we still remember visiting the plant each day to give him a drink, and sometimes we'd even whisper to him a little bit. Because I don't know if you knew this, but plants also like when you whisper at them. So that's the little fern, and those are the 4 big kids. Watering the fern, whispering at the fern. And then, plot twist, out of nowhere, our fern died. Oh, that's sad. Dead by overhydration. That means they put more water than what was needed. Oh my gosh. That's just a fancy way of saying we gave him too much water. See what I mean? Looking back, each one of us must have watered him every day. Well, that's a lot of drinks for a little plant. By mistake, we loved the plant to death. Can you believe that? Some people tell themselves they are no good at something after one small failure, but no chance we were going to give up that easily. Poor little fern. Too much water for him. But they were not going to give up. So we checked out some books from the library, and we found out that ferns can be tricky and they prefer to live on a shady spot. No wonder why the fern was so happy back on the hardware store. On a shady spot, remember? So, apparently, a plant's leaves can communicate to us what they are needing. Oh my gosh. We also learned that most plants have good manners and they like to sip, not gulp. Lesson learned. They were reading the books, and that's what the plants do. They sip. That got us a fresh fern again, and with it came fresh hope. This time we set the pot on our piano, way on the other side of the room, where the sun wouldn't give him so much attention. We made a watering schedule and took turns saying a lot of nice things to our little sprout of a plant. And fir number 2 lived and thrived and grew, and finally Mom got him a little potted friend. Oh, that's the fern growing. And Mom put another friend and another 2, and then we noticed that talking to our plants actually helped them grow bigger and stronger. So we added some songs and jokes into the mix. Unlike when we overwatered, 0 plants died from us talking too much. Pretty soon, plants were taking over the house here and there, and Dad said it was time to graduate to the outdoor garden. So there's a fern in the piano with lots and lots of new friends. Now, Mom was excited about the new outdoor garden, as we were. And she started talking about with a dreamy look in her eyes. That's when Dad called for a family meeting so we could come up with a real plan. So there's Mom, that's Joanna, thinking about her garden plan. We all gathered around the kitchen table and got to go work, dreaming, planning, and drawing things too. That's a very nice thing to do as a family, right? Everybody was drawing their own ideas and their own dreams that they had for a garden. As a family, all together, we're planning a nice plan. We knew we needed a sunny spot, a place where plants could sunbathe for at least 6 hours a day. We had red radishes, and if we didn't put that, but plants just love them, and more than that, they need it. In the garden, there's no life without any light. So this is their plan. They had a shed and they had a place where chickens live, so they also have water, and they decided to plant corn, radish, flowers, carrots, lettuce, flowers, tomato. It seems like this is broccoli, pumpkins, and peas. Yeah, snap peas. So they decided to have full sun, good soil, and lots of water. That looks almost like the perfect garden, right? Oh, and they even have apples here in the middle. I don't know if you realized. Very nice. So, Dad always says that the foundation is the most important thing when it comes to building a house. A house can't be strong if it's built on something weak. And the same holds true in the garden. So to make the foundation of our garden strong, we fill it with something called soil. Good soil. which includes a bunch of tiny living things called organisms that can grow things in it. That's pretty amazing when you stop and think about it. A whole hidden world of life is happening beneath our feet. Just because you can't see the good things with your eyes doesn't mean that they're not there. And another cool thing about soil is that it feeds and strengthens the seeds we sow. And like a miracle, plants and flowers burst out of the ground. See, that's what happens when you have good soil. There's potatoes, warm radishes, carrots, onions, and there are also other organisms living there. See? But that's okay, because they all need each other. We also knew we needed our garden to get plenty of water. Rain is the very best things for plants to drink, but it's hard to know when and if rain is coming. So a couple other options to keep plants hydrated are to collect rainwater or use a sprinkler or a garden hose to get the job done. So here is Dad planting all the flowers, the kids playing with the sprinkler, there's Mom Joanna watering, and there is another way to get the water when it doesn't rain. Once we had location with plenty of sun, good soil, and watering plan, we got right to work. First things first, seeds. Here they have strawberry seeds and seeds for flowers. The most fun part of planning our garden was deciding exactly what to plant. We started with the foods we like to eat, like strawberries and tomatoes, and then we chose some pretty flowers to keep them company. The thing about seeds is that they are everyday miracles, and everything a plant will grow up to be is already hidden inside of a seed. Isn't that amazing? We chose flowers like zinnias, sunflowers, and cosmos so that pollinators will visit our garden. Pollinators like the hummingbird and the butterflies and the bees. So butterflies, hummingbirds, and bees spread pollen around from flower to flower, encouraging even more things to bloom. We like knowing what little helpers are out there in nature working with us to help this garden grow. The bees must have put the word out that we have a pretty good thing because, sure enough, all sorts of other critters started to arrive. We quickly found out that there were 3 types of bugs in